Hi, I am Jody Donald, and I want to teach you how to use the Desmos Teacher dashboard. At least that's what I think it's called. I created an activity about polynomials. It's called Is It a Polynomial? What Kind? For my class while I was away presenting at a conference. And this is the first time I'm opening the dashboard, so you'll get to see what I see and learn what I learn and how I use it when I've left it for a substitute to use with my students. Um, it's a great formative assessment tool, as we'll see, or I hope. And let's just get started. The first thing you want to do. Yes, it's school. The first thing you want to do is click on View the Dashboard. And when you do, up pops the class code, and you can just close that window. But notice that this code is also right up here so that you can always refer back to it for your students if they need. I am going to anonymize this because I don't know who is watching this, and if you know any of my students, it's a possibility, but it's very rare that it should happen. But I really do need to keep it private. And we do think it's fun. The kids love it when they see those silly names. What I'd like to do is I noticed that this first student didn't really do much of anything. These two left it blank. It lets you know if they've clicked on and maybe interacted with the slide. I would like to look, I think, at, you know what, I'm curious about this one. Why did this person do the first two slides, skip the next one, and then go to the last one? Maybe I'll get some insight into their learning. So this student was asked to sort them into two groups, and it looks like, yes, oh dear, that one doesn't belong there. That one doesn't belong there. Those are okay, that one doesn't belong there. So I can tell that there is some understanding, but maybe not really good, deep understanding as of yet, which is okay because they were still, it's the informal stage right now. And then I asked them to explain how they decided so I can get a better insight. Determining which ones were which by looking at the equations had an addition or subtraction sign or not. Okay, so clearly the student didn't understand about the powers needing to help them understand which is a polynomial and which is not. Now, Desmos doesn't prompt kids to ask or explain. I just did that myself. Now they skipped the next two slides and went straight to sorting, but I can see here, I think they just clicked on it and looked at it and didn't really interact with it, which after looking at the first two slides is probably okay. Let me go find someone who did maybe a little bit more, but left some like this one. Okay, not polynomials. Polynomials, goodness, this one has a lot of misunderstanding. So I know that when I meet with this class tomorrow, the first thing I need to do with them is go over the definition of a polynomial and make sure that they understand what they read. I did leave a literacy assignment first to see how they interpreted the directions for polynomials. All right, let's see how Carl thought about it. I went off the notes we were given in class on Monday. Well, I didn't give them any class notes. I gave them some reading, and then I asked them to watch a video I made that summed up their reading. That was just a really quick one. But at least they were referencing that they know that they should have known something. So let's go back to Carl. He tried the next one, and I was asking them to utilize the pen. Use your pen to circle the leading coefficient in green. Well, they circled it in blue, but at least they circled it. Apparently, they either ran out of time or they just wanted to quit. I don't know. But I love this feature, and they like to draw, and it helps. And then he tried or looked at the last one. No, he didn't try it. All right. Let me go to someone who did all five, and I'm going to just scroll down a little farther. How about Al-Hazan or Al-Hazan? I think it's fun. Yes, no, no, oops. I can see mostly gets it, not 100%, but that's okay. Let's see what they said about number 2. I was slightly guessing. I love my students who are honest. I would prefer to know that they're guessing than just say, I don't know, or IDK. All right, they guessed pretty good. Characters, let's see. Oh, look, green, blue, red. And I told them they could use any color, but at least they read and understand where to look. That's great. That worked. This one was asking them to type a polynomial with a degree of 5, and they had to learn how to type. So they did. Desmos has this awesome feature about being able to type text or an equation, and they did. Look at that. They understood the degree, and they just made their own. Very nice. Let's see Al Hazan for the last one. And apparently he had enough time. Or she. We don't know. It's an anonymous name. Even degree. Oops, not there. Negative leading coefficient is a yes. Odd degree. Oops, not quite. Negative leading coefficient struggle in there. Positive and odd, not there. Okay. But do you see the power of this dashboard? I love that I can go in and figure out what they've looked at, see how they've interacted with it, and be able to use this as a judge for what I should start with now that I'm coming back from a sub. Now, the beauty of this dashboard, though, really is up here where it says pacing. Pacing, actually, pacing. Select a screen to start pacing your class. I'm not exactly sure what that meant, but I have used the pause button before, so I'm sorry if I'm not teaching this perfectly to you. The pause button is great. When the kids are live and you're actually in class, you can have this dashboard open. And as you see kids completing, you can see who's just running through it because it goes bop, 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 and everyone else has 2 of them. So from there, you can actually pause the class. You can stop and talk about it before you make them go again. I think that's what pacing is about. I haven't used it, I don't believe. But let's see if I can get back out of there. Cancel. But I find this dashboard to be so helpful. And like I said, I'm using it for formative assessment. I probably will be going through all of these number 2s to see what their idea of a polynomial is and where I should start tomorrow. And then on Friday, I'm going to let them start this all over again and try it over and see if I can get more successes. So thank you, Desmos, for offering this dashboard where I can really see what my kids are doing. And I hope that you're understanding the strength and the power of the dashboard. Talk to you soon, I hope, in San Francisco. Jody Donald. Bye.